what is the value of the expression 6 squared plus 2 multiplied by open parenthesis 10 divided by 5 times 2 close parenthesis and all square? Which option do you think is the correct answer to this question? This expression has tricked 99% of people and made them choose the wrong option. Let's go step by step and solve it together. To solve this question, many people first go straight to 6 squared and they simplify this expression to 36 plus 2 multiplied by 10 divided by 5 times 2 inside the parentheses and all square. And the next step, they perform the addition between 36 and 2 and write this expression as 38 multiplied by 10 divided by 5 times 2 inside the parentheses and all square. Then they move on to the expression inside the parentheses and solve the division between 10 and 5. So they simplify this expression to 38 multiplied by 2 times 2 inside the parentheses and all square. Next, they do the multiplication between 2 and 2 and write this expression as 38 multiplied by 4 square. Finally, they do the exponent and simplify this expression to 38 multiplied by 16, which finally gives them the answer 608. Then, they quickly say that the correct answer to this question is option D. However, this answer is absolutely wrong. Also, some other people when solving this question first go straight to the expression inside the parentheses because they believe parentheses have the highest priority among all the operations. And they stop with the multiplication between 5 and 2 because they think multiplication has a higher priority than division. So, they rewrite this expression as 6 squared plus 2 multiplied by 10 divided by 10 inside the parentheses and all square. And the next step, they perform the division between 10 and 10 and write this expression as 6 squared plus 2 multiplied by 1 square. Then they go for the exponents and write this expression as 36 plus 2 multiplied by 1. And the final step, they perform the multiplication between 2 and 1 because they believe multiplication has a higher priority than addition. And this expression simplified to 36 plus 2, which ultimately gives them the answer 38. And immediately, they conclude that option B is the correct answer to this question. But I have to say, we were tricked and it's not the correct answer to this question. To solve this question, we must carefully follow the PEMDAS rule step by step. And this rule, P stands for parentheses, E stands for exponent, M stands for multiplication, D stands for division, A stands for addition, and S stands for subtraction. We need to perform all the operations exactly in order from top to bottom according to the PEMDAS rule. So, first we go for the expression inside the parentheses because parentheses have the highest priority than the other operations. And inside the parentheses, first we have a division sign and then a multiplication sign. It's very important to note that multiplication and division have exactly the same level of priority. In this situation, we must start from the left and perform these two operations in order. So, first we go for the division between 10 and 5. And instead of this expression, we can write 6 squared plus 2 multiplied by 2 times 2 inside the parentheses and all square. And the next step, we perform the multiplication between 2 and 2. And this expression simplified to 6 squared plus 2 multiplied by 4 square. Now, it's time for the exponents, because after parentheses, exponent has a higher priority than the other operations. So, we rewrite this expression as 36 plus 2 multiplied by 16. In the final step, we perform the multiplication between 2 and 16, because multiplication has a higher priority than addition. And this equation becomes 36 plus 32, which finally gives us the answer 68. That's great. Option C is the correct answer to this question.